Do you think that you're worthy to be a Jedi Knight? Find out with writer of Star Wars and Thor, Jason Aaron. You are one of the busiest guys. You write Thor for us, you write Men of Wrath on the Icon imprint, and now you're writing Star Wars #1 just came out. How do you do that?
Well, I have children, and they get really hungry, and they need new shoes. So, but no, I mean, I love what I do. I mean, it never feels like work.
So speaking of Star Wars, you got to go to the Skywalker Ranch. What was it like?
We had a whole day where we got a tour in the archives, which is like, you know, a warehouse full of lightsabers and speeder bikes and Yoda and everything you could possibly imagine. So when I wrote my script, the first issue for John, I could reference like specific things we had seen. You know, like remember that spaceship we saw? Like draw that spaceship.
It picks up after A New Hope, and it's in between The Empire Strikes Back. Why that moment in continuity for you?
It's a great moment, and then we get the whole main cast together, right? I mean, we've got Luke, Leia, Han, Chewie, the droids, Vader, everybody's all together. And it's great in that there are a bunch of big beats that happen between those two movies that happen off screen. Vader's quest to find out who blew up the Death Star, and Luke's quest to learn more about what it means to be a Jedi, and the beginnings of the relationship between Han and Leia.
Now, you don't just write Star Wars. You, of course, are writing Thor. Thor has gotten a lot of notice lately because he is a she now. How did it come about?
I always knew I was building towards, the previous version of Thor becoming unworthy. So I knew I wanted to get him to the point where he couldn't pick up that hammer anymore. And of course that opened the door for somebody else to come along and pick it up.
Oh, your work runs such a gamut because you have something like Wolverine and the X-Men, which was a comedy relationship feeling book. You've done some really big, broad fighting kind of books, and you've also done really dark things like your Thanos. Do you like having that kind of variety?
Oh, absolutely. No, I love having that kind of variety. I think I'm like that as a reader. I was never just, like a fantasy nerd or a sci-fi nerd or comic nerd. I kind of like parts of everything.
Now, speaking of putting yourself out there, you killed the namesake of my show.
Uh-oh, I knew I would get in trouble for this.
Why did you do that?
Well, I just did what Tom and Axel told me to do.
Oh, so you're gonna blame those guys?
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Any chance you'll bring him back for me?
No, sorry, he's dead.
Well, you guys heard it here first from Jason Aaron's lips. The Watcher is dead, but this show, The Watcher, will live on. And I'll see you next time, true believers. I'm Lorraine Sink, and this is Jason Aaron for Marvel, your universe.